The lion cubs ran toward her. Massive, muscular, wild. But what they did next stunned every soul at the reserve. They didn't growl. They didn't attack. Instead, they curled up beside the German shepherd, who once fed them with her own milk, and began to purr. It all began with a mother's rejection. Sirona, a lioness rescued from near death in the wild, gave birth to 2 fragile cubs, but she refused to feed them. She turned her back, walked away. Staff at the White Lion Reserve were heartbroken. They knew time was running out. That's when a desperate call went out for a nursing dog. A few hours later, a family from a nearby town brought Sandra, an 8-year-old German shepherd. She had just given birth to 1 pup and had milk to spare. Sandra wasn't just any dog. She was loyal, disciplined, and strangely enough, never liked cats. But something about the weak cries of the lion cubs melted her instincts. The moment she entered the enclosure, everyone held their breath. Would she growl? Would she turn away? Number. She walked over, lay down, and let the 2 cubs nestle beside her. They began to feed. A hush of awe fell across the reserve. For the first time in days, the cubs were warm, fed, and safe. The staff wept. Sandra didn't just save their lives. She became their mother. Weeks passed. The cubs, Leo and Lila, grew fast. Their bodies strengthened. Their fur thickened. Sandra licked them clean, guarded their sleep, and taught them gentleness. She was outnumbered, outsized, and of a different species, but her love outweighed it all. Even when their tiny claws began to scratch her skin, even when their sharp baby teeth nipped too hard, she never barked, never snapped. She endured, because to her, they were hers. Eventually, they outgrew her. Her body aged, her strength waned. So, the staff made the painful decision. Sandra was returned to her human family. Leo and Lila were moved to a larger enclosure. She looked back once. They watched her go. 2 years later, the reserve had changed. Leo and Lila were no longer cubs. They were full-grown lions over 400 pounds each, with muscles like coiled springs, powerful, majestic, unpredictable. That day, Sandra and her owner returned to visit. Cameras were ready. Staff were nervous. No one knew what would happen. The dog who once mothered them was now dwarfed by their size. She stepped into the enclosure. A moment of silence. The lions spotted her. They stood, moved forward, fast. A handler reached for the gate. "Get her out," someone shouted. But the reserve director raised his hand. "Wait," he said. The lions sniffed. Then they brushed against her, tails wagging like cubs again. They lay beside her, as if no time had passed. Sandra licked their massive faces. The staff cried. Her owner did too. That night, as Sandra lay next to Leo and Lila under the moonlight, the director whispered to the camera, "What we witnessed today is not instinct. It is love." Scientists later admitted such bonds are nearly unheard of. A dog raising lions? That's rare. But them remembering her, greeting her like a mother after 2 years, that was a miracle. This wasn't just a tale about survival. It was about motherhood, across species, about love, unbreakable by time or form. Because sometimes, the strongest family is the one love creates, not blood.